Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we're testing out Microsoft's Flight Simulator. And I've been playing this for a while, but I really wanted to make this video after I had spent some time with the game. And my choice of controller for this is actually not the keyboard and mouse, not the actual console controller, but the Logitech 3D Pro Flight Stick. So, because when you're flying a plane in this game, the level of precision is insane. The game is currently running at 1440p at roughly 60 fps. Doesn't really matter as long as you're getting 30. The experience will be smooth. Flight Simulator is not one of those games where you really want 144 Hz or 240 Hz. Doesn't really add anything to the experience. The system that I'm running this game off of currently is powered by the Intel Core i9-9900KS. There's 32 gigs of RAM, an Nvidia 2070 Super, and of course a 1TB NVMe drive on which this game is loaded. The game actually does take quite a lot of time to start up, but you will see why that's the case. Flight Simulator has a lot to offer, so we'll just quickly just jump in and see what you see on the main screen. You have the world map. There are some live events that are going on, landing challenges. There is a flight training program which I absolutely recommend you do not skip. Like, you must play this, all of the training sessions. Very critical. After that, there's quite a bit of controls as well. Familiarize yourself with them depending on whatever you're using. If you're using a controller, you'll also see a controller pop up on the side. But I'm just going to quickly jump into a flight right now. Let's say we want to fly from Delhi Safdarjung Airport to Mumbai. Now there's actually a lot of airports that are already programmed into the game, and you can actually choose whichever you want to fly from. And you also have a selection of almost 60 aircrafts that you can go through. 30 aircrafts, my bad. And you have everything from single prop to turboprops and even a 787 Dreamliner if you choose. There's also the 747 that you can fly if you're going feeling a little adventurous, but I'm not, so I'm gonna choose a simple jet because I like these. So let's say we take the Cessna, and now let's look at flight conditions. Now, one of the reasons why Flight Simulator is so amazing is because it's an actual simulator. This is not a game. Over here you can simulate live weather. So right now, depending on the actual weather conditions in New Delhi, Safdarjung Airport is where you will see this is exactly the kind of weather you will see, and by the time you land, the weather you will experience throughout your flight will be reflective of what the actual weather is in that flight path. You can also choose to have live players, which is actually pretty cool. It automatically enables live weather, by the way, just so you guys know. You can also have live traffic, which means the actual commercial flights that are currently in the air will be visible to you while you're flying if there's anything that crosses your path. So this is all being done, and this information is streamed live. So this is something that you have to be aware of. You need a really fast internet connection. About 20 Mbps is what the game recommends minimum, to sort of make sure all these live features can be streamed into the game real time. You could turn it all off and just sort of do a non-simulated version of the flight, but then what?
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for departure to the south at runway 30.
Now you can see that it's cloudy. You can zoom out a little bit using the mouse. So I'm actually using a control, using the joystick to fly, and also the mouse, just so I can have a better. I prefer the mouse when it comes to controlling the camera. That's just a personal preference. Now the parking brakes are engaged, so you'll have to disengage them. But before we fly, let me show you some other things that you can control. You have ATC lock for anybody who's a pilot. It's really helpful for you guys. You know what that is. Camera options extend from the cockpit to external to showcase. Now the difference is, external camera will also show you all of these essential dials and controls, whereas if you go to showcase, that's actually so you can take photos and make a really nice video, etc. if you're actually doing serious flying, you'll probably end up using the cockpit camera a lot more than anything else. There's also AI control. Now, AI control will give you, these are the three options. You can do a checklist assist, manage radio comms. I normally would leave this on because, you know, who wants to bother with that? But control aircraft is turned off. If you turn it on, you will see that the plane will just start moving on its own. Right now, the parking brake is engaged and the throttle is 0. But as soon as I turn it on, watch what happens. Started moving. Gonna turn that off. And I have officially taken over. The AI is off. I'm gonna give some more throttle. And then just gently pull the stick back.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, frequency change. Delhi approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna C 702 miles northwest of Safdar Jing, 3,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Delhi approach. Squawk 0436. Squawk 0436 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 3 miles west of Safdar Jing, 4,100 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Golf Sierra. Delhi approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, 12,100 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Delhi approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.69. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra contact Varanasi Center on 120.75. 120.75 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Varanasi Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, 13,500 feet.
Forgot to...
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Varanasi Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.68.
And now the plane is practically flying itself. Of course, we're not level because we're trying to get back on track. There is this big line that you essentially need to follow. That's kind of like guidance. That's you have to fly in direction of that line and just pull up the stick a little bit so that our nose is above the horizon. And you see it keeps going down. So I'll just change my rudder settings. There we go. Now I want to show you guys what it's like on the outside. Check it out. And you can of course move around too. The reason you don't want to fly in this view is that it's extremely difficult to navigate and know your settings. Basically just get a good view of the aircraft however I want it. And just, hey, that's me right there. So we come back to, let's say, okay, let's do the external camera now. Let's go back to cockpit. Okay. Of course, now what's happened in the course of this joyride is we've gone gravely off course. So let's correct that. To drop some of the airspeed. There we go. The really cool thing is as you're moving around the aircraft, the audio switches around as well. So I'm just gonna go back to the cockpit because it is the best way to fly. Now, the whole charm of Flight Simulator is realism. So let me just show you around the cockpit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the AI on so that I don't have to worry about flying. But while this little control side is not accessible, check this out. Hey Garmin, what's up? You do have these. This all works like. All of this, all of these buttons work. All of this. So if I'm not a pilot, so I don't really know what they all particularly do. But yes, you could lower the power right now, pull the brake. Oh, I accidentally did pull the brake. And look at this, all of these buttons are, so these are inoperable, of course it says inop, but increase vertical speed, all of these buttons work. You also have air conditioning vents, don't think you can do anything with that, but still pretty cool. Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator is all about the realism, absolutely about realism. So this flight from the Delhi airport to the Mumbai airport will actually take, in real life, as much time as it would take in real life. As in, like, in a flight sim, you will be flying for 2.5 hours if the flight takes 2.5 hours. So let's just go ahead and skip a lot of the boring parts, and what you could do is you could actually just, now see we don't have enough full fuel for approach, which means we basically ended up spending too much fuel doing nothing, and now we would not have made it to the Mumbai airport. You still won't be able to. So that's just a quick look at the realism. So what follows next is a bunch of clips from various flying sessions that I set apart.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna C700 3 miles southwest of Kota. Request flight following. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Mumbai Center. Squawk 0652. Squawk 0652 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Landing here. Landing.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact tree 5 miles southwest of Kota, 8,500 feet. Altimeter 29.70. Copy Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Landing here. 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 landing gear, 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 landing gear.
Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Mumbai Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Cleared through Charlie airspace, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Stall.
So we've run out of fuel, now we're literally just gliding. And we're about to see the ground rails.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear. Stall, 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 stall.
Now what we're doing here, well, in the movies what they show you is the plane landing on a highway or a wide road, but that's not gonna happen here because that's not real life. Microsoft Flight Simulator is all about the real flying experience. So much so that even if you land too hard, it tells you that hey, you landed too hard, you ended up damaging the aircraft, so bye. Let's just get the flaps down. With the flaps down, what it's going to do is it's going to reduce the airspeed and
stall, 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 stall. stall, 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 stall.
Let's see if we can get out of this.
Stall, 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 stall. 500. Stall, 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 stall.
That's not a road.
Stall, 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 stall.
That's the other thing. The flight simulator will not show you a crash. So that's just one of the flights that you can simulate. You can of course travel anywhere in the world. You could recreate specific weather conditions. You could create specific time conditions. So let's say if I go to flight control over here and I say okay, off, live traffic off, and I could do custom weather. Let's do a preset. Let's fly during a storm, and let's go from London to Amsterdam. Who doesn't love this flight, yeah? So we've got, I want to change up the plane. So it's also very important to choose the right aircraft for your flight, because maybe your aircraft can't carry enough fuel to make the flight, so you don't want that happening. So for example, this one, not enough range. This, yes, got enough range. Or could take a 787. Now let's just stick to the Cessna. Then let's check out the weather once. Yes, it's set to storm. And let's fly.
Heathrow Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 27 right, departure to the south.
So what I'm gonna do for this one is, instead of doing the whole takeoff and whatnot, let's just don't have enough fuel. How did that even happen?
Heathrow Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 27 right, ready for takeoff, departure to the east.
This is seriously crazy. Let's just look at. So you got our parking brake engaged, so we'll turn that off first. Now the parking brake is disengaged, we'll just increase the throttle gently. Put about 50 knots, 60 knots. We have liftoff.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Heathrow Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, frequency change. Heathrow approach, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna C701 miles northwest of Heathrow. Request flight following. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Heathrow approach. Squawk Tree 272. Squawk Tree 272 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 3 miles west of Heathrow, 2,800 feet. Altimeter 29.92. Copy Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact London Center on 118.475. Going to 118.475 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. London Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 5,600 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra London Center continue as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
Let's attempt to land, shall we?
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact.
Now, believe me, guys, when I say this, the whole takeoff and flying bit is the easy part. The difficult stuff is the landing, and that is some serious hard work. So I'm gonna try and land this aircraft, see how that goes. And you can see in the video itself, like, the aircraft is shaking a lot. That's probably because of the weather conditions. You can see stormy clouds on one side, so you do know that it is actually quite crazy weather outside, and that's why the aircraft moves. It's not still weather. Now the airport is on our left, so we're just gonna circle around gently.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra cleared to land runway 27. Wind 270 at 51.
Stall.
Cleared to land runway 27 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Stall. Autopilot. Stall. Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
Just look at that. This is fun.
Stall, stall. Stall, 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 stall.
We're literally out of fuel
Stall.
and trying to land.
Stall, stall,
And we're basically just gliding.
Stall. 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 500. Stall. 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 Stall.
Almost made it! Damn it.